Now let's talk about the VLAN numbers. So the VLAN ID has only 12 bits, which provides 4094 unique VLANs. Technically, 12 bits should provide 4095 unique values, but as you can see listed here, some VLANs are reserved or have special purposes. For example, VLAN 0 is reserved and it cannot be modified or deleted. Personally, I have not seen this in use ever, but apparently VLAN ID is used when a device needs to send priority tagged frames, but it does not know in which particular VLAN it resides. So this has to do with the fact that the basic Ethernet frame format does not have any priority field. If I show you the frame format again, you can see that the priority field is only introduced in the 802.1q VLAN tag. It does not exist in the original frame format. So yes, what I understand is when the frame must be marked with a priority value but the VLAN is not known, then VLAN 0 is used. Don't quote me on this information though, because I'm not 100% sure. Now VLAN 1 also has great importance. It is the default VLAN and it cannot be modified or deleted. Now by default, when you fire up a switch, all ports belong to the default VLAN. This means that all switch ports turn into a member of the default VLAN after the initial boot up. For Cisco and some other vendors, VLAN 1 is the default VLAN, as mentioned. This makes things easy because when you power up a switch and connect devices on the switch ports, they all belong to the same VLAN by default. So without providing any additional configuration, the devices will be able to communicate with each other after the switch has finished booting up. So next, the VLAN IDs are categorized in two different ranges. The first one is the normal VLAN range, and it contains VLANs from 2 to 1001. Or technically, you could consider up to 2005, but VLANs 1002 to 1005 are reserved and cannot be deleted. So you cannot assign these VLANs to your data traffic, and they can't be used for normal VLAN operation. Then VLANs 1006 to 4094 are in the extended VLAN range. Now at the bottom here, you can see how a VLAN is created on a Cisco switch. I've used VLAN 42 in the example and also provided a name for it, called it Universe. So we can actually try this on the switch in my EVNG lab. So let's jump to that. Let's go over here. This is our beautiful topology, and I should have the consoles open here. Let's go on switch 1. And actually, I'll just show you the VLAN database first. To do that, we can write the command show VLAN. And here you actually see VLAN 1, which is the default VLAN, and all the ports assigned to it. So again, as mentioned, by default, all ports on the switch belong to the default VLAN. This virtual switch doesn't have that many ports, so that's why you see only 8 listed here. Now below here, you see all those special VLANs from 1002 to 1005. You can see that they're used for old technologies like token ring. I've never used these in my career, so I don't have much to say about that. So now let's create the new VLAN. So we'll have to go to config mode, and then we'll do VLAN 42. And actually, I just remembered something. I'm not sure if the VLAN is already created or if it only happens once you exit the VLAN configuration mode. But we can quickly test that, so let's run the show VLAN command again in this mode. So we'll have to do show VLAN. Aha, so it's not there yet. as I anticipated. Now before we exit out, let's also give the VLAN a name. So name universe. All right, let's hit enter here. So now the VLAN is there with the name. Then let's exit out. Let's run the show VLAN command once more. And we should see VLAN 42 there now. And there it is. Universe. Let's jump back to the slideshow to finish the lesson. In summary, the key takeaways from this lesson are that the VLAN ID field is 12 bits long, which means that it can provide roughly 4,000 unique VLANs. Some of those VLANs are reserved and have special purposes. The VLANs are categorized in normal and extended range VLANs.